of a treaty. Some weeks ago, you might remember I cited the 14th Amendment of the US Constitution and Justice John Harlan Marshall arguing way back in the 1890s. And I quote him, "Our Constitution," he said, "is colourblind, and it neither knows nor tolerates classes amongst citizens." He said, "The law regards man as man and takes no account of his surroundings or of his colour," unquote. That must remain the text for our nation. Well, the stuff's hotting up re Brittany Higgins, Bruce Lehrmann, and importantly, the ACT DPP, Shane Drumgold. Peter Dutton must insist on the urgent release of the Sofronoff report. Justice in the ACT is on a slippery slope. If Sofronoff, a King's Counsel, finds the DPP was knowingly involved in presenting a false affidavit to the ACT Supreme Court for the purpose of withholding information from the Lehrmann defence team, then this would be seen as a perversion of justice. That information withheld from Bruce Lehrmann's lawyers may have assisted them in formulating Lehrmann's defence. Janet Albrechtsen, who's followed all this brilliantly, reminds the ACT Chief Minister Andrew Barr that he should start consulting sections of the ACT Criminal Code. Under Section 703(1), a person commits perjury if they make a sworn statement in a legal proceeding that is false. But as Janet Albrechtsen points out, it becomes aggravated perjury under Section 702 if a person makes a false statement in a legal proceeding with the intention of procuring a person's conviction for an offence, unquote. Well, as Janet says, if the DPP Drumgold, quote, is found to have knowingly lied to try to keep police investigation material from a defendant who faced jail if found guilty of rape, it enters a different realm, says Janet. It enters a different realm of gravity, unquote. Now remember, it's clear that Higgins and the boyfriend and a whole host of hangers-on were intent on using the Higgins allegations to bury the Morrison government. While ever the ACT government refuses to release the Sofronoff inquiry report, only one conclusion can be drawn: they've got something to hide. Drumgold clearly thought that by calling the inquiry, he'd gather some Liberal scalps. Now the man accused may be, or the man doing the accusing may now be the accused. This is a grubby affair. And why is the Attorney General Dreyfus, a Federal Attorney General, failing to answer questions as to how Higgins received a reported $3 million? It's our money. We're entitled to know. And while we don't know, we can only assume that the Albanese government also has something to hide. Peter Dutton, go after them.